Actually, in the dust, a couple times when I couldn't see your truck anymore,
You can
I could just see. It looks like a UFO, like driving through the desert.
Yeah. It's like a marker in case anyone gets lost. You can see the sun shining off of that thing.
What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things, and welcome to a Firestone destination event. These next couple of videos are going to be kind of in a similar area up here in Eastern Oregon. This is a place that I have not explored too much, but we've already made our way into this wilderness area and it's already looking incredible. Now, I kind of filled you guys in over on Instagram about this trip and I said, what vehicle setup do you want me to bring? I was kind of thinking about the van because I wasn't sure about how the weather was going to be. I put the Tacoma down as an option, and of course I put this down as an option. You guys have not seen this in the past couple of months, so I did in fact load up the Kimbo onto the Tundra, and if you want to see some more information about that, I'll leave a link for a video right up here in the corner. This setup is absolutely dialed. I'm a huge fan of it, even more so than the Tacoma probably. But at the same time, it's going to be an interesting choice, bringing a camper on a Tundra in an area that I'm not familiar with. I'm not exactly sure how the trails are going to be, but we are going to figure it out, and there might be a lot of problem solving in this video and over the next couple of days. Now, the Firestone destination event is really just for a way to bring the community together. We have myself, 2 Firestone guys, and then 3 other creators out here with me, and we have a very wide range of vehicles. We have 2 different Toyotas, 3 Fords, and 1 Jeep on this trip with kind of varying different setups. Rooftop tents, ground tents, bare bones, and then of course I have kind of the overkill, really large rig with the Kimbo on the back of my Tundra, but should be a pretty good time. And the whole point of this trip is to hang out, explore some areas that we really haven't been before, and I'm bringing you guys along for the ride, so hope you enjoy this little series out here in Eastern Oregon. All right, guys, we've been driving for about 3 hours now, and we got to a little viewpoint overlooking this like reservoir and lake, but we got to do introductions. You're last. Seth, what's up, dude?
How's it going? I'm Seth. Micah, Overland Under Budget brother.
No, I was gonna say that he is your brother.
Oh,
You're the star of the show now.
that's right. I am the oldest, so
Oh, you are older.
yeah.
But you look younger.
Oh!
All right, dude.
You go on forever. Too long.
Give us a quick rundown of the truck and some of the mods, like the Diamondback.
Yeah, well, there we can see right here, Diamondback. Love this because this is like primarily a daily driver, and that was like kind of what I wanted with this truck was just something that 95% of the time it's in the city and it's doing what I need a car to do. And so having this, I still need to like finish sealing it all the way, but normally it's like pretty watertight. Gives you a big lockable trunk, which I do like a lot of production and stuff, so you have a lot of filming equipment just in there.
Totally.
So this is like a big locking trunk, which I love.
How about wheels and tires?
Wheels and tires. Well, we got the Firestone Destinations.
Of course.
Of course.
I think most of us are riding on MT2s except Micah.
Yeah, he normally is on the MT2s also. He's testing out these XTs.
I'm running that tire on my Sprinter van, and it's good on there. I'm sure it feels good. But
Nice. That feels like a subtle burn, actually.
Sprinter van tires on there, man.
These are on the Nomad Comboys.
Cool.
Yeah, love these wheels. I love the image you get is smaller than even the actual wheel, and these are the 16s, so it just the way it reads, it's kind of like this nice tall sidewall, which I just love the aesthetics.
You got Old Man Emu in there.
BP51s on some Old Man Emu Leafs, and then the RCI body armor.
A little bit of rock protection, and then it looks like a skids and backwoods front bumper with diode lights.
Yeah, just the diode fogs. They're just like everything road legal, nothing over the top. It's like with the factory LEDs, it's like a great amount of light for like just driving around, even off road. It's like so bright, so perfect, not over the top. Love this bumper. The 2-piece construction, aluminum and steel is great. So it's nice and light. Again, just for a daily driver, it's just enough.
Yeah, man.
No winch yet, but eventually. Yeah, it's 2020, the TRD with the premium and the tech package, which is nice. You get a couple of goodies, which is nice for again, for a daily. But yeah, really happy.
Cool. Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Had to start with Seth because we're Tacoma brothers, Toyota brothers, I should say. The rest of them got Fords.
This is Micah, Seth's younger brother.
Yes.
Overland Under Budget. Everyone probably knows you already.
Maybe not, but I'm Micah. Might see me online, Overland Under Budget. This is the Ranger. This is the new project. This is actually a salvage auction truck I got off an insurance auction. And this is its second trip since kind of repairing the frame and just kind of driving it around. I've put about 18,000 miles on it since I got it from the auction. And so yeah, just kind of enjoying having a simple truck, nothing going on with it. It's just got wheels, tires, shocks, and
a Diamondback 270. I've never even shown one of these in a video before.
That side is locked actually, but
so you guys know I'm working with Diamondback. Love their covers on all my trucks. Of course, I don't have one on the Tundra right now, but if you've never seen the 270 cover, this back portion is kind of similar to what you see in my videos. But for someone who has a crossbin or who has kids, I know your kids love this thing.
Oh my gosh, my kids think it's like the best. They play in it like inside and out, crawling all around. And for like a daily driver type of a deal, this works so well because I literally put like extra sweaters or snacks or water or whatever right here all the time, like food, sometimes groceries, a gallon of milk. Like if you have your back seats full and you go get a whole load of groceries and you have 2 gallons of milk that are just gonna flop around somewhere. Yeah, literally perfect for that. I also didn't take the time to seal actually do the seals on this.
Yeah,
so there's a lot of dust in here, but yeah, the 270 is awesome.
It is awesome. I always opt for just the standard HDs because I obviously run racks on top of them.
Yeah.
But if I were to run just a cover like this, I think I might go with a 270.
It's so convenient, and I think what I'm gonna do eventually, if I keep this much longer, like set up without tearing it down, is make like some aluminum dividers. So like this side will stay the same with the shallow access, and then the other side I might actually make like a
deeper one.
Yeah, all the way down to the bottom, where you could just put stuff in that's not going to slide around the bed. But yeah, it's super useful.
Awesome. And then I heard you say you have 2.5 Fox suspension.
Yeah.
You have Nomad wheels, and Firestone XTs are new for you.
These are the XTs. This is like day 2 of running them. I'm typically always on the MT2 for the last 2 years. But working with Firestone and wanting to have like a little bit more experience myself on these tires, I mounted these right before the trip, and I would say on the road the difference is pretty dramatic. Like unless you have a brand new set, unless you have a brand new set of MT tires, these just feel like you're rolling on like ball bearings. They're just so smooth, and I averaged 20.7 miles per gallon on the trip up here.
It's pretty good with all the gear you got.
Yeah, for this truck, the previous average was 18.6 or something, so it's like two more miles per gallon. This is the trimmer package, so it's got skid plates and the rear locker and all the switches and stuff. I added a little scan gauge. This is a custom 3D printed cover for it, and I cut it into the beep A-pillar.
I saw your video on that
Yeah.
on Instagram. It's pretty cool.
And then the Linkswell screen is probably the biggest thing in there, because you can run the maps and satellite and stuff right there.
Yeah. Cool. I love the simplicity. That's kind of what I've been going with my trucks as of recently, and it just works.
Yeah.
Nothing over the top.
You get like just the best performance. Like basically off the dealer lot, a little bit better suspension, a little bit bigger tires. Anything else after that is just going to make it more protected off-road or make it more convenient, but it doesn't make it handle better, doesn't make it brake better, doesn't make it feel better, doesn't make it perform better off-road unless you're adding lockers. Yeah, everything else is just weight and making it slower off-road, so
I
the
get
super
it, man.
basic truck works so well.
Cool.
Well, all right, those are two of the trucks, and I need to eat lunch before we keep on rolling, so I'm gonna check on the Kimbo. We were bouncing around quite a lot, and I noticed that the Kimbo is shifting a little bit. I need to work on the platform just a little bit more to kind of combat that, but it's doing all right for right now.
Now inside the Kimbo here, things are kind of all over the place, but time for lunch. Let's see. Do some watermelon and a little salad action too.
All right, flashing forward a little bit after that quick pit stop at lunch, we saw the reservoir down here and we were like, let's figure out how to get down there. So our route brought us right down here to the edge of the water, and surprisingly, this water actually looks pretty clean. I wasn't quite sure what to expect because we are way deep in this wilderness area and there's a whole lot of nothing, tons of dirt, very silty dirt, but this looks pretty refreshing.
How is it?
It's not bad. Yeah.
I think it's like 60.
Maybe. It's not
too
cold.
bad.
It's not cold at all, yeah. I mean, it's like refreshing,
Dang.
but it's not frigid or anything.
Luckily, I have fresh tattoos, so that's my excuse to not get in the water. I don't want to get them all infected. It does actually look nice though, and this would be the only chance to like shower for the next couple of days.
Oh, suck my weight.
Suck my leg.
Do a flip. Who's doing a flip? Can you gain her?
Gainer.
Go, Arlo, go, go. Go get it.
Come on, get it.
Big D's.
Suck my waist.
Now you guys got the rundown on Micah's Ranger and the Tacoma. Now it's time for something different. The only Jeep on this trip, Gladiator right here.
All right, so we got Josh here representing Firestone on this trip. What's up, man?
How's it going, dude?
I know you have a lot of rigs, but this is the one that you chose to bring, so
Yeah,
let's hear about it.
kind of the most comfortable for the long distance, and particularly the cold nights like we're getting out here, having the GFC on the back. 2023 Gladiator Rubicon. I think the biggest sort of change is all the AEV package. The only thing that's not AEV on here is the suspension, is Fox 2.5.
Nice.
Performance Elite with the BDS drop brackets. Re-geared to accommodate the 37-inch Firestone Destination MT2s.
You got the
Those are
Method
mounted on Methods, yeah.
701?
I do not remember the model.
Just a bunch of letters and numbers.
Yes, bunch of letters and numbers. 701, 703. I can't remember. It's one of those two, I think. It's got the narrow offset to kind of keep the stock fitment and scrub radius. And yeah, I went to 37s because you can still fit that in the spare tire location, which is really.
I wish I could do that on my Tundra.
Yeah. So that was kind of key. Other big mods are, the Go Fast camper and deck drawer system, kind of keeping everything tidy in the back. It's a bit of a mess for the long trip like this, but yeah. It's the new mid-size decked.
Oh, sweet. One single drawer.
One giant drawer, so yeah, keep all the recovery gear and tools back here.
You know, the Kimbo is great and all, but for what we're doing this trip, this style of camper is a little more suited than the giant tower sitting over there.
Yeah, it's kind of nice having, that's kind of the deal with the whole setup, is kind of having the capability for doing some of the more off-road stuff, having to be versatile, because with Firestone, we kind of never know what we're doing, and so I would like a full size, but sometimes it's just too big.
Awesome.
Man, it is super dusty out here, but that was our last stop for the day. Now we've got another 20 miles. I believe we've covered about 40 so far. We're not touching pavement for the next 3 days. I'm assuming you guys figured that out by now, but about 20 miles with some connected trails to our next camp spot, and fuel may be a concern on this trip because there is absolutely nothing out here. So I've got about 33 gallons in the Tundra, which is nice having that longer extended tank. We'll see how it does. We've made it to our camp spot for our second night now.
Look at this place, Micah.
Hey, such a cool spot.
A really cool spot.
Absolutely.
In Eastern Oregon, who would have thought?
Dude, Eastern Oregon is incredible. It's super remote, so it's kind of annoying how far it takes to
Super
get anywhere
remote.
to get out here. But once you're out here, it's just like endless playground. It's pretty cool.
It really is. So much land. So you're in charge of dinner for tonight.
Yeah.
What's on the menu?
Tacos, street Talon tacos.
You said this was like a secret recipe that you wanted to share with everyone.
I just recently made this for myself, and it's nothing special. It's really just street tacos, chunked up meat. This is tri-tip, red onion, salt, some cheese, these little flour
All right, don't
tortillas.
give too much away, man.
Oh, well, like I
It's
said,
special.
you'd have to be here to really understand it, right? But I forgot the salsa that I normally use, and I forgot my cilantro at home.
Dang.
Just a little bit.
I'm not a big cilantro guy, so I'm gonna
Okay.
This is Nick. You haven't met Nick yet. What's up?
Hello.
So we need to get a rundown of both of your trucks that are here at some point. Maybe,
Oh, right. Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
We're on like fun time now.
Yeah, fun time.
Fire
Working.
going.
I was stuck behind this slow guy all day. Feeling a little dusty, a little tired.
Yeah, you bring like a giant Airstream looking space pod out here.
Actually, in the dust, a couple times when I couldn't see your truck anymore,
You
I
can
could
see.
just see. It looks like a UFO, like driving through the desert.
Yeah. It's like a marker in case anyone gets lost. You can see the sun shining off of that thing. So let's take a look at this guy now.
I brought the Kimbo out with me on the Tundra, one, because it's been a while since I've ran this setup, two, I wanted to actually test out how it was on here, and three, because you guys voted for it. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, being out here with all of these other like smaller, lighter, nimble vehicles, it's not ideal. I mean, you really have to want to be out here in a setup like this because It was really rocky today. There's a ton of silt, and it is maneuverable. The truck handles it great, but it is a lot of work driving. Like, I'm already pretty tired, so by the time I actually crawl in there and go to sleep, I'm going to be extra tired. But with the current suspension setup and the platform that I built in the back, this thing actually did pretty good. And this is the best part. Now that I'm at camp, I have a super nice, cozy, warm place to sleep in there. And that will come in handy in the next probably video or two, because weather is beautiful right now, but it will likely change here in a little bit.
Now, all of my 63 Industries Carga systems in here have been absolutely amazing. This one in particular, the prototype, the best part about this for me, obviously, is having my camera gear here accessible all the time. I'm constantly running and gunning, especially when we're putting on a ton of miles off-road. So I'm flying the drone, I'm switching lenses, I'm switching batteries. I have my tripod over here, and when I'm going down really steep grades, the walls on this keep it from sliding off. So this thing has been working out pretty good, and I'm excited to see when these things actually come to market. Now in the back, oh my gosh, it's so dusty. Everything here has been great underneath the cargo net on this side. My photo box is sitting on the other side. I've got like a snack pocket over here. Crackers and brownies, a bunch of junk food. So really digging this setup. Doesn't make a ton of noise when you're off-road. You really don't even notice that it's there, and makes my life a lot easier. All right.
Now, up inside the Kimbo here, things have been bouncing around all over the place. I did bring my guitar on this trip, so that thing I had laying on the floor, pillows and blankets went all sliding everywhere, but that's just kind of a normal thing. Everything else in here has been holding up great. I did set up my Starlink, so this setup is kind of janky. Haven't dialed it in yet, but I have it just sitting on my roof outside right about there, and then I'm running the cord in through this window into an Anker Solix. So that's the setup, at least for now. It allows me to work. Just fired off a bunch of emails, I had some phone calls and stuff like that. So everything in here is holding up pretty good, and I'll give you guys a better rundown after we try these tacos. I am freaking starving.
Even toasting them? Is that in the steak fat?
Yes.
Dude.
Secret part.
Secret. I can already tell this is going to be a pretty high rating.
Micah's even plating my tacos. I don't know how I got so lucky.
When someone uses words like plating, then you know it's legit.
Yeah, not just, yo, I'm gonna throw tacos on your paper plate. Here we go. The Weber taco. Is that what you're calling it? Sure. One bite, everyone knows the rules. Ooh, they are hot.
Is it? Is it good?
I'm not even hyping you up. This is probably the best camp taco I've ever had.
What's up?
Wow, that's good.
There's limited quantity, unfortunately.
Just like any good brand, he knows how to, keep the hype up. Limited supply.
Limited supply tacos.
Yes.
This is a high rating. I'm giving this a 9.2.
Dang. Yeah.
You gotta see what's going on over here.
When we bought, I was telling you when we bought the tent, like there was a mix-up with it. They couldn't find it. Like some of the payment was like one of my cards got declined or something, so they didn't know where it was, and the order hadn't processed. And then they eventually found it, and we got it, and we walked outside with it. And I came back with the box because we took it out of the box, and I was like, "Could you recycle this?" But before I could ask him, the guy came in, he's like, "What?" He's like, "Oh, is it not going to work out for you guys?" I just had like an empty box folded up. I'm like,
Smash
yeah, it's not gonna work out for us. We stole it.
What's it look like?
Dude,
We threw it away. Now we want to get rid of the box too. It's not
This
working
might be
out.
the rain cover.
Really? It has to be.
Look at that.
Yeah, dude.
This is the Genghis Khan yurt.
I'll make sure I pee downhill from you guys tonight so it doesn't run underneath your tent.
Please do.
Alright guys, made it to past 10 o'clock. It's about 10:20 and we are calling it for the night. That was exhausting, driving all that stuff today. Honestly, my back kind of hurts even. Ugh, just from bouncing around. I still have like relatively stock suspension on this truck, and doing trips like this off-road for 3 days straight, it's probably going to want to make me put suspension on it, but can't deny that this thing still rides really great on the road, and I still don't want to jeopardize that. I also don't want to spend a ton of money either, so probably won't be doing that, but in this specific scenario, it would be nice to have. So after bouncing around all day, all of my bedding stuff and even my guitar up there was down here on the floor, so that's why everything kind of looks like a mess right now, but I'm going to clean all this stuff up real quick. Alright, we're all set up, cleaned up in here. I am not cleaned up. I could really use a shower right now, but I packed pretty quickly on this trip, and I did not bring any actual like water shower other than shower pouches. So I think in the morning, definitely going to try to clean up at least a little bit, and then just continue on being dusty. Now the power in here is actually a little bit low right now, and I think it's because of all of this dust and silt. I think in the morning I need to climb up here and clean off my solar panels. So I have the house batteries down here powering everything in the camper other than the Starlink, which is powered by the Anchor. And here's one drawback that I kind of talked about before. When the solar is functioning properly in here, stays at basically 100% all the time, and because it's been so hot and like baking on the side of the camper for the past couple of days, my fridge has been running nonstop and my panels have to be dusty. It's just not pulling enough solar, so I'll clean that. But then it comes to charging my secondary battery, the Anchor. What I have been doing is when the house batteries are full, I plug my Anchor into that and charge my secondary battery off of my other batteries, which are charging by solar, which has worked out fine. Because they're so low though, I'm not going to be able to do that, so I won't be able to charge my camera gear or my computer or anything like that that I need to work. So with that being said, another option is to plug the shore power of the camper into the bed of the truck, and when I'm parked stationary, that works just fine. It can output about 400 watts. I turn down the power draw on the batteries and I can charge them. However, when you put it into drive, it can only output, I think, like 100 watts. So it'll trip the inverter and nothing will charge off of the bed power while we're actually moving. So it's a little bit of a bummer. That is one of the major perks of the new Tacoma, or basically any hybrid truck. That can output 2300 watts. So if this truck was hybrid, all of my batteries in here would be full all the time because you can output a ton of power while you're actually moving. So I think once I get the solar panels cleaned off, everything will be good in here for the morning, and hopefully by the end of the day tomorrow we'll have a full charge. I luckily haven't had to dive into my freeze-dried food. Hopefully I won't have to do that on this trip since we're all kind of cooking for each other. I brought burgers and baked beans and like kind of barbecue stuff, so we might be on deck to cook tomorrow. And I'm going to do that outside. I don't like cooking inside of the camper and introducing all sorts of condensation inside of here. This is one of the first nights that you guys are seeing back in the Kimbo. This is my 100th night? No, 101 nights of camping so far this year. Last night was 100 nights of camping, and I forgot about it until today, this morning. So we got a couple more nights. We've got a ton of miles. We have a river crossing probably tomorrow. We're not exactly sure how that's going to go, but we've got 2 more campsites picked out in this wilderness area in eastern Oregon, and it's been amazing so far. I have a whole newfound respect for this place. Anytime I've driven through here before, it's been farmland and not a whole lot to see, but man, there's a lot of country out here. So that's all I got for now. If you guys have any questions on the camper setup or Firestone tires, anything that you saw here in the video, let me know in the comments down below. I'll try to answer anything as best as possible. And I'm gonna get some sleep so we can wake up and do this again in the morning. If you're new here, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every single week. As always, thank you for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.